All right, y'all. Before we dive in, a quick heads up.
This show is raw, real, and definitely not rated PG.
We're talking about adult themes, sexual content, and the kind of stuff you probably don't want blasting through your speakers at work or around your kids.
So grab some headphones, pour your drink of choice, and get comfy.
Oh, and just so we're clear, we are not licensed therapists, counselors, or sex couches. Sex coaches,
Sex coaches.
not sex couches.
We're just a couple of people sharing our lives experiences and sexy adventures and ethical non-monogamy. So with that, pull up a chair and enjoy the show.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of Beyond Monogamy. I'm Adam.
And I'm Pris. And today on our Wednesday Quickie, we will be discussing cum talk. Love it, hate it, or wipe it off.
That's right. That's right. Because no matter what, you have two extremes.
Yes.
And everything in the middle. And it can be daunting, especially in the lifestyle. So we always have, as guys, we always have these unrealistic expectations of how swinger sex is going to be.
Yeah.
And it's primarily because we watch a lot of porn. A lot of men watch a lot of porn and think that's reality.
That explains a lot.
A lot of women watch a lot of porn and know it's not reality, know it's entertainment.
Yes.
And that's a big difference.
Yeah.
That's
So this is a sticky situation.
Oh, you were waiting for that. Right? You were waiting to stick that one in. Yeah.
That's what she said.
There you go. Never going to get through this show. So I was thinking about this the other day because I talk to people. I talk to ladies.
You do?
I do. I talk to ladies. There's some ladies that I talk to every now and then. And what I've noticed is throughout the years that when we first started, everybody knows women don't like dick pics. Okay.
You know,
Is that fair to say? Most women do not like dick pics.
I want to say it is fair, but I don't know.
Maybe more so unsolicited dick pics.
That makes sense.
So nobody likes for just to open up their messenger and bam, there's a dick.
Yeah.
Nobody cares for that.
I think I've made it very clear to people.
Yeah. But what I've realized is that there's a lot of women out there who enjoy dick pics when they request them from somebody.
Yes.
But to take it even further, even more women love video, and not just any video.
No.
But video of the finish, video of the big shot in the sky.
Yes.
And I think a lot of women think that's the way every guy operates, is that there's this huge fantastic coup de grace. And it's not that for everybody.
No.
So I've been asked to give videos of the finish.
Yeah.
And I'm just not good at that. For one thing, I can't videotape myself and finish. That's just too much thinking involved there.
If I know that I've sent you a picture or I've sent you a video and you tell me that you are pleasing yourself and you do the finish.
Well, yeah. So
like
this is something new
favorite.
that you've just recently realized that you like.
Yes.
Because before that, you would have been like, ugh, no.
Yeah, I think we're about a year into that.
So now you realize that this is something you enjoy.
Yes.
And what I realize is that you are not the only one. There are a lot of women out there who, as long as they've requested it, they really enjoy getting video of a guy finishing.
Yeah.
Now, I love that thought. I think it's incredible. I would love to produce that. I am not a shooter.
No.
I do not produce that copious amounts of cum.
You do.
I can if I edge for like days.
I was going to say, if I've gotten you to get to that point, but it does take, it's a skill.
Yeah. And there's a lot of factors involved. There's a lot of factors. Obviously, I have a very good sex life.
Yes.
So we have sex often.
Yes.
So that knocks that one off.
Yeah.
And then I masturbate a lot.
Yeah. So you don't have a lot of juices to work with.
I don't have a lot in there.
We've had times where we've had sex 3, 4, even 5 times. And sometimes it's back to back and you're like, I don't have any. That's it.
Yeah, I'm done.
Yeah. What happens?
It's just powder. No, I'm just kidding.
I was gonna say that. Poof.
That's
I
right. It just
mean,
goes.
I think I've
Yeah.
asked you this question. So you just get the sensation, but nothing comes
Yes,
out?
correct.
Okay.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
That's
That's
hot.
exactly it.
That's pretty much I've drained you.
I'll have I'll
And
have the sensation as if it's shooting out,
okay.
but it's not,
Yeah.
and nothing's really happening. And then even then, I'm glad that you love it. It's so funny. This is the ongoing joke is for a lot of guys, it's they can shoot out
Yeah.
this web.
Yeah.
And it looks really great on like porn and stuff. It looks incredible. But if I attempt it, it won't happen the same way. It's just going to bloop out.
Yeah.
Just bloop.
Which is hot. I will tell you, that's not I think it's hot,
Yeah.
but I have been with men who have not shot it out, but it's a lot of cum and it's just thick. And I make that face because it's so gross.
We'll see, and we're getting into that.
Okay.
We're going to be getting into that because that's really where I started thinking. I was like, man, there are some women that really love it. There are some women that really hate it.
Yes.
A good example. My ex,
Uh-huh.
one of the first times that we were together, we were in a car and she gave me head in the car. We're parked and she did it and finished me off. And that was like, it rarely happened back then. So I was like, oh my God, that was great. So then like a couple days later, we had another date and we were in the car and she was going down on me. And I was like, do you think you can finish me off like you did last time? And her reaction was, ew, no. She was like, no. Have you tasted yourself? That's gross. No. And I remember sitting back and I felt
Ashamed and
I felt
gross.
ashamed and
Yeah.
gross. And I was like, holy crap. I didn't expect that reaction,
Yeah.
much less expect to feel that way from that reaction. And that stayed with me for a very long time.
I'm sure.
Now, knowing my ex, I know now we had sex maybe
Enough times to have 2 kids.
so she was not a very sexual person. Obviously, that wasn't her milieu.
Yeah.
So that wasn't the thing. So she wasn't really into it. Now, fast forward, I get with you, this sex kitten. And I thought initially when we first started that it was going to be one of those things where, because you asked, you were like, you're not one of those guys that likes sex. And I'm like, yeah, I am. But you ended up getting some, and that was the best that you ever had. And then you were
Yeah.
like, you had to have it all the time.
Yes.
And
To this day.
yeah, and not just the sex, but the cum.
Yes.
That was,
The first time I think I went down on you, I'm pretty sure I swallowed.
yes, you did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were at the
And
T-heads.
every single time, pretty
Yeah.
much.
So and I wasn't like that before because I know we're going to get to that, but like with my first husband, I was a spitter.
No kidding.
I would get it in my mouth and I would spit it because not on him, but I'd run to the bathroom and do
Yeah.
it because I didn't care for the taste.
Yeah.
Because yeah, it's
So for everybody out there who's listening who doesn't know what semen tastes like, would you do your best to describe?
it is different for everybody.
Okay.
It really entails just like a woman. We taste differently because of the foods that we take, that
Right.
we eat, our bacteria, our everything, like the balance. It's the same thing for men. So it's salty. Sometimes it smells a little weird. And I don't know about you ladies, but I can tell if the guy's gonna be a stinky coming person.
Really?
I can.
How's that?
If you're blowing them and they have that pre-cum, you can taste that pre-cum. And it's this one I'm not gonna swallow.
Okay.
And but sometimes I was like, and I've done that where I just play it off, like I'm gonna
Yeah.
swallow it, but I just put it on them again. So it's salty. It's salty. And it's thick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Very different from a woman's cum.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very different.
Sure.
Because this is more gooey sometimes.
So is some women's. I've been with
Yeah.
women that have
Yeah.
that. It's like a white discharge
Yeah.
essentially, and it's a woman's cum. I mean,
Yeah.
it's different for everybody,
Yeah.
but for the most part, I don't know. I haven't had a whole lot of women that I didn't like the taste. You know what I mean?
Okay.
There's been a couple, but there's been a couple. Don't get me wrong. As I could tell you some stories, but for the most part,
Yeah.
I haven't really
There's
run into anything bad.
there's a couple of guys where it's
Really?
no.
Really?
Yeah. And I'm really like I like cum and I like to swallow it. But if you do not taste good, I am not going to swallow it.
That only makes
Yeah.
sense. That only makes sense. So there's several different ways that it can take place. You can either swallow it.
Yeah. You could be a spitter or a quitter.
You can be I thought spitting was quitting.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, let's not analyze that one. So you can, obviously, you go down on a guy, it can get in your mouth, you can spit it,
Yes.
you can swallow it,
Yes.
you can let it dribble all over you.
Yes.
You've done that before where it's dribbled down your chin and
Yes.
onto your
Tits.
bare breasts.
Yes.
She doesn't have bare breasts. And we did a show actually on cum play because that's one of our kinks.
Yeah.
Is the cream pies, like
Yeah.
the actually coming inside you
Yeah.
and that whole thing. It's hot.
It is.
It is hot.
Yeah.
Not everybody would agree, but yeah, it is hot. And that's our thing. I've seen women complain about it getting in their hair. I know that that's not getting on their hair, getting on their clothes, things like that. It's been a complaint that I've seen before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a substance, so
It is.
it leaves a mark.
It can.
It's not
Yeah.
I don't know. I know women's does the same thing, but we're talking about men specifically.
Right.
It's a lot sometimes to deal with,
Yeah.
I will say.
So I remember one time you were at the house with a guy. You were by yourselves and y'all were having a session. It was your first time with it. And I guess he decided to finish by coming on you.
Yeah.
So when I came home after the whole thing was over
Yeah.
with, and you pulled me off to the side and you were like, is my eye look okay? And you were smiling real big and you were like, does my eye look okay? And I'm thinking, what did he do? Punch you? And you were like, no, you wait till you watch the video, but he came all over me.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay. And yeah, he did. He basically shot all over your face.
Yeah.
And you seem to have found that very hot.
I did.
You liked that.
Yeah. Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
Yes. If you can come on my tits, if you can come on my pussy, you can come on my face. Yes.
Really?
Yeah. But warn me a little.
Yeah.
Or I'll do the little
Right.
fluttery eyes.
All right. That's, I think, pretty cool. I think there's a lot of guys out there who really, and I've heard this from a lot of guys, they want women like that. I remember being with my ex and wanting women like that.
Okay.
I was hoping I'd end up with a woman like that.
Look
And
at you
so-
winning the lottery.
I know. I won the lottery in so many ways. There's a psychological side to it
Okay.
as well. It's primal. It's animalistic. And everything follows from there.
Yeah.
It just feels like you're mine.
I gotcha.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
You're mine.
Yeah.
You belong to me. Now, there's going to be people out there that are going to be all pissed off about that.
I
But
belong to him.
she
It is what it
belongs
is.
to me.
I do.
I share her, but she
Yes.
belongs to me.
Yes.
Just like I belong to her. This
Yeah.
is a two-way street.
Yeah.
But there's just something very primal, very intimate about it. And that's something that a couple can share.
Yeah. But it's funny that you find it very primal, very intimate, but you don't mind it happening with other people.
I don't. Here's the thing about that, and that's something that I was getting to. It's a hot idea, right?
Uh-huh.
Cum play is hot. The cream pie, the facials, the whole thing is hot. Great thought. But when you're talking about the swinger lifestyle, the community that we're in, we're very much into practicing safe sex. So obviously we cannot share that with others.
With everybody. Yeah.
Unless there's somebody that you're really close to, really, really tight with, there's knowing and trusting, and we've gone through all the levels of testing and all that good stuff, and we feel comfortable and everything's cool and we all agree on it, that's fine. But in this community, when you play with others, obviously you're not planning on taking a facial. You're not planning on
Yeah.
any kind of real fluid exchange.
Yeah.
in theory, it's just not something that is really done. Now, we have run into couples and singles who have expressed that want,
Yes.
and great for them as far as being vocal about it, because everyone in this community seems to assume that condoms are necessary, and rightfully. But some people have that kink, and if that's something that's worked out between you and that other person, or you and that other couple, and everybody agrees and it's consensual, hey, good for you.
Yeah.
You get to enjoy that. But it's really not done as often as you would
No.
think, because we're very safe. That's the
Yes.
idea. You want to be safe.
Yes.
And so
I mean,
that's,
I've had guys fuck the shit out of me and pull their condoms off
yeah.
and just very animalistic.
Yeah, it's very raw.
Yeah,
It's
yep.
very
Very hot.
intense. Yeah, it's hot.
It's hot.
Now, when obviously you can't say that intensity, that heat takes place with a guy who's wearing a condom and he just comes in the condom. It's, oh, I'm done. Okay. All
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
See you later. Yeah.
Thanks for not leaving a mess.
That's right. I'll move my car in a second. So yeah, there's just, that's the thing about it, is it's a very hot thought. But really what I'm getting to is the turn-ons and turn-offs about it. Because like I said, I've met a lot of women who really are into it. And I've met a lot of women who really aren't. And I understand the women that aren't. I honestly do. Because it seems like it would be gross. You know what I mean? It seems like it would be gross. It's not the same thing as a woman.
No, it is not.
I understand the turn-off side of it all, that's for sure. Because just what you described, between the texture, the taste, the smell, none of that sounded very... Like, if you were a car salesman, I would have walked off.
Yeah.
Like that none of that sounds
There's a lot of things to
good.
it. Yeah.
So if it doesn't sound good, why do it?
Because it's still fun. It's like anal sex doesn't sound good.
We don't have anal sex. That's a bad example.
That's a bad example. I love you. I want to swallow your cum all the time.
So it's just a way of showing love, but then when you do it with others,
No, it's not. It's for me. So I like it because I find it hot. I just made this guy just come so hard. He just had to come all over my face.
So is it a power trip then?
For me, it might be a power trip.
Like a controlling thing?
Yeah.
You just made him do that?
Yes.
So if you can't make him come, then you're not as happy.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
There you go.
Thank you, sir.
There you go.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, I think we did a show on recently.
We probably did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
About...
it is a power trip, because I love it when they send me a video and they're like, I just saw your video and this is what happened. I don't give a shit if you're faking it. I don't care if it's somebody else's video that you jacked off to and then you sent me the ultimate ending. That's great. You just turned me on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, she's had a lot of experience with this. I'm just curious. Any stories that you want to throw out there? Because I'm curious. You've had a few.
I don't know if I've ever told you this, but
that's an interesting way to start this.
I haven't had a lot of sexual experiences. I would say I'm I don't know, pretty not so experienced.
You would say that?
I would say
you would say that you're pretty not so experienced?
I would say I'm so not so experienced. With that being said, my first time with somebody who I didn't know guys could actually come like that.
Okay.
Shoot it.
Okay.
I didn't watch porn growing up.
Okay.
As far as it was real sex for me, like HBO, that was about as far
they
as
didn't
it
show
went.
stuff like
They
that
didn't
on
show
HBO.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
Maybe I saw Hustler magazine, but I didn't see porn. I didn't know what that was. So I'm having sex with this guy, my first husband, having sex with him in a car, and I'm on top of him, and we don't want to get me pregnant. He pulls out and it literally shoots to the front of
The dash?
but straight to the glass.
Oh, shit.
And I thought that was so cool. I was like, what just happened? He's like, sorry. And he was embarrassed. And I was like, dude, that was cool. I was like, oh my goodness. And he's like, yeah, you do that to me. And I was like, oh, okay. And I think that's where it started.
Really?
Yeah.
The fascination with all
But
that.
I didn't always have that fetish with everybody.
Okay.
I don't remember doing it with my second husband, but that might have just been because I blocked that out. But I don't swallow everybody. I don't let them ejaculate in me or on me. It just really varies on the person. But that one right there is a story that has always stayed with me.
I've never heard that one.
Yeah, like he was like, I was like, damn, that was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the funny one was just I had a recent funny one.
Oh,
Yeah. The guy was like, do you want to swallow? And I was like, sure. And when I went down, it just came out like a blob. I touched with my lip and then I was like, oh yeah.
really?
Nope.
Like a blob?
Like a blob, but like a thick white. I'm so used to yours. It's so pretty the way it comes out.
Is it?
Yes.
Yeah, but it doesn't shoot out. I'm not gonna lie. That is an insecurity of mine, is that it doesn't shoot out. I want to shoot out like we always see in porn.
Like the videos I get from
Yeah.
people. But you don't.
Dude, I can't do that.
That's not.
I can probably. I should probably drink more water.
Well, you drink a lot of water.
I do, but they say you should hydrate. And even then, it's a matter of I'd have to not sexually please myself for a couple of days.
I don't think it's the whole shooting out that women, like, I don't care if you shoot it out. You come a lot.
Yeah.
I can get you to come a lot.
Oh, I know.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, I think that's hot in itself. You don't have to be like Spider-Man.
I'm just saying it would be nice to every now and then be able to catch that on video. But that's the other thing too, is even if I could, I don't think I could if I was recording.
Baby, you got all these kind of tripods. You gotta use.
Yeah, but it's just the fact that I know that I'm doing this and it's recording and I'm going to be like, am I in the shot?
Oh, you've told me that. You're like, babe,
it's
I
a
can't.
lot.
Yeah.
Logistically, it's a lot in my head.
You've told me.
Yeah. It's a lot.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, that's a lot.
Yeah.
And I'm not talking about the comment. It's a lot of mental.
So you just got to do it one time. And whenever women ask you for it, just send them the same video.
I just feel like I'm doing them a disservice because it's dishonest.
I
You're
mean...
like, oh, yeah, here you go. I just came to you, even though I didn't, because that was like 2 months old.
It's okay. They don't know.
They're like, why are you wearing something different now? Oh, I
they
just
don't
changed.
know the selfies that you take. Are they really the selfies that you take?
Normally, yeah. But they don't know that. I guess you're right.
Yeah.
So if we have a new person that comes up to us and says, hey, look, I want you to swallow my cum. And you're like, okay, I feel like you're pretty cool and I'm digging you. I think we can get down with that. But then he's okay, but I just listened to your podcast.
Uh-huh.
And I want to know what I can do before we get together or leading up to it to make this as the best for you as possible.
Okay. Drink lots of water.
Drink lots of water.
Drink water, drink coffee, drink...
Coffee, really?
Oh, yeah. Coffee? Why you think I taste so good?
We do drink a lot of coffee.
Coffee and water. Yeah. Coffee and water, always. I don't drink a lot of acidic stuff, so do not drink soda. Do not drink a lot of acidic
No, I thought
beverages.
Coffee was acidic.
It is, but I drink a lot of water.
Okay.
It's that flavor. I don't know what it does to us, but it's good.
Okay.
Water. Lots of water. Don't drink sodas.
No sodas. Alcohol.
Do not
right?
drink alcohol because I won't do it if you're like already 6, 7 beers in. That's disgusting. That's gross for me.
Yeah.
For
so
me,
it affects the taste.
I think so.
Yeah.
Other women may be indifferent and don't care,
Or
don't
drunk.
see the or don't see the difference. I do not drink, so I can tell. But yeah, beer. Ugh.
And then obviously I would think things like the stuff that makes your pee smell would affect you as well, like broccoli or asparagus, things like that. So you got to watch what you eat.
Yeah. And it's the same thing for women. Like, we have to really watch what we eat.
Yeah.
If we know we're going to be with men. It's definitely your diet, guys. I'm going to have to do more research on what it is that men can do.
Well, so there's always been that thing that everybody knows about regarding drinking pineapple juice. Now, I'm curious, in your experience, is that a thing?
I don't think so. I don't drink pineapple juice.
I don't either. I would love to, though, because it's delicious. But
yeah, we don't drink a lot of sugary drinks like that.
It's a very, very high sugary drink. So
coffee is about as sugary as we get.
Yeah, yeah.
It's really, I want to say sodas.
Really?
When they drink a lot of sodas or when they drink a lot of beer, you can taste the beer is that yeasty part. It's just for women. It's the same thing. But you want to have those fluids drained. Water.
Yeah. Water.
I can't stress that enough.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah.
So if somebody's coming up to you and asking you for how they can prepare for you, you would tell them,
Yeah.
drink lots of water.
And if you're going to drink, can we do it before you drink?
That would make sense.
Can we have
But
it?
I think a lot of people drink to get those nerves out.
Some. Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. I'm probably not the girl for you then. If
Yeah.
that's what you want. If you want me to swallow your cum, you're going to have to be nice and clear.
Yeah. Yeah. I get that. I get that. You'll find that there's a lot of guys who are very, I don't know, they try to be like the alpha at times in the lifestyle. You'll find a lot of single guys trying to push the whole bull aspect, trying to be that hardcore guy who's very animalistic. I've seen it. I've been around it. And a lot of times these guys, they will just do whatever they want to do without even talking about it. Now, we haven't had that experience particularly. I've only seen it.
You mean like
They'll just say, they'll just, like, you'll be going
Just-
down on them and they'll go, okay, I'm going to come in your mouth now. Or they don't even give you a choice, where they'll just do it. You know what I mean? I've heard horror stories about that. I heard a story once, this couple we were friends with, and she was telling me about how they had invited this guy over. And this guy was, right off the bat, it was red flags from the beginning, because he came in and he was peacocking, he was puffing his chest out. He's trying to make it seem like the husband was insignificant, and this guy was just the end all be all, and I'm the bull and I do this and that. And they were trying to be nice. They weren't really putting him in his place. And she was going down on him, like she was on her knees and he was standing up. And you could tell he watched too much porn, and he kept like grabbing her by the back of the head and like shoving his dick in her mouth, doing that whole thing. And without consent on that alone, piss somebody off. You know what I'm saying? Like, that would upset somebody. That would upset you if somebody tried to do
I would
that
stop.
without talking about it
Yeah.
first. She made it real clear she didn't want him. She stopped him and said, look, I don't want you to come in my mouth. So if you're getting close to finishing, let me know so I can stop. And he kept saying, yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine. And so she kept going and she kept going. She kept going. And purposefully, this guy held back, didn't say anything, and just came in her mouth and she got so upset. And they basically kicked him out. Like, he didn't even get to have sex with her. Like, they kicked him out. That, I've heard stories like that
That is
before.
so rude.
And that's one of those things where it's just disrespectful. There's no consent. There's no boundaries that were discussed. And then you really have to question is this legitimately a quote unquote bull who is in the lifestyle? Now, if you ask me, if somebody's referring to themselves as a bull, chances are they're not in the lifestyle. They're just a guy who likes to sleep with women in front of their husbands, things like that. And so they label this word
in order to get into the
right.
Yeah, of course.
Because anybody who's experienced in the lifestyle, we tend to sway away from anybody who labels themselves as a bull, us especially, because we've not had any kind of good experiences with them.
Why don't you stay away from women that say unicorn? We don't ever. But aren't those two like the same kind of?
Not necessarily.
Okay.
Just because of the label is different. And when you think about it, most of the women that we've been with that are unicorns cringe at the name unicorn.
They do. They refer themselves as single women in the lifestyle.
Exactly.
Which should be the right thing. I get you.
The guys that we know that we've played with, that sort of thing, they refer to themselves as single guys in the lifestyle. They don't refer to themselves as bulls. And it's almost a respect thing.
Yeah, I get your difference. Okay.
Yeah. So if you're going to label yourself that, then at least that comes from our experiences. Chances are, if you've got that label attached here, that's a red flag. You're a walking red flag right there. You know what I mean? But that really brings into the fact that there's those surprising finishing moves where the guy just decides to take it on himself. He thinks maybe it'll be a hot thing. And if you haven't talked about it, if you haven't given your consent, it is not a good thing.
Yeah, lucky for us, we've had, whenever we have single men, they are very respectful.
Yeah.
Even when I'm by myself with them, they'll ask me.
Yeah. Yeah, but we've come a long way since we first started. So there was a time when we first started, and that's really all we could find was back then was on Craigslist or whatever the hell, where you had to find somebody.
Backpage.
Yeah, you had to find
We did
somebody.
not.
We didn't
No.
do Backpage. It's one of those things where Reddit is filled
Oh.
with quote unquote bulls, hard air quotes, bulls. Any swinger subreddit that you get on, you're going to have an overwhelmingly large amount of guys claiming to be bulls and putting on some sort of video of themselves, et cetera, et cetera. And I'm pretty sure that they have success, because why would they continue pushing themselves?
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
If they didn't get a bite or two.
Yeah.
You don't fish if you don't ever catch a fish. You give up after a while. They do exist. They're everywhere. But guys out there, if you refer to yourselves as bulls, have a little bit of respect. Don't do that.
Don't ever come in my mouth, because I will spit it in your face.
This woman has a lot of knives hidden around the house, so I wouldn't screw with her. Like, just saying. Now, women have a lot of pressures when it comes to this, especially those women who don't like ejaculate.
Yeah. I can't even imagine the pressure they have.
Yeah,
It's gonna be
because
really crappy.
it's pornographic,
Yeah,
man. You know,
it
all
is.
of us have watched porn and we've seen these cum shots on porn, and wow, that's incredible. Wow, I want to do that. I've had those thoughts before. I want to do that. That looks like fun. But then all it takes, I remember there was this one girl when I was younger who was going down on me, and she straight up stopped and she was like, "Don't come in my mouth or I'm going to punch you." And I was like, that's a little violent. Like,
I've
I didn't
said
need to
that.
hear that.
I'm pretty sure I've said that.
Yeah, you didn't say it to me, thank goodness. But
No.
yeah, and that was really the first time I had ever come across that, was essentially that moment when she was going down on me, and so what that did when she told me that was, it put my head in a different type of space, because now I'm not enjoying this anymore. Now I'm thinking, I can't get too turned on. I have to keep
Yeah.
myself down. So now she just threw me off. Now,
I think that's a conversation you should have way beforehand.
way beforehand.
Way
Yeah,
beforehand.
you don't have it in the middle.
And if there's a problem with the person and they don't understand that, then that's not the person for you to be sleeping with.
No, that's for
Period.
sure. That's for sure.
Yeah. Because it is the pressure to, like, sometimes when you're with somebody, they want you to, like, swallow, or they want that ending. It's not
Yeah.
for everybody.
It really isn't for
It's not
everybody.
for everybody.
Just like women squirting isn't for everybody. There's a lot of people that love that, present company included.
Yeah.
But there are I've heard a lot of guys and girls complain about that.
Yeah, I don't like women that squirt.
And I do.
Yeah.
And this is the way it is when it comes to men and ejaculate. It's like women either love it or they hate
Yeah.
it. And
Yeah.
there's really no in between.
Mm-mm.
And so it's one or the other. But there is a lot of pressure for women to figure that whole thing out. You're just going to have to deal with it. Like, you're going to have to swallow it or whatever. I can't imagine, especially being in the moment. I
Yeah.
can't tell people no in the moment. So if I'm in the moment, I really don't think I could stop everything and go, no, I'm not doing that. No, I can't, man. I don't know if I could. Obviously, this specific
I mean, there's
topic
nothing that you
doesn't
could,
affect
there's
me,
nothing
but
that, okay, yeah, you could say no. Example, you're with the lady and she's stick it in my ass. You're
it'd
gonna
be
say
hard
no.
to say no. That's normally why you're there, to say no.
But what if I'm not there?
I have to say no.
Here you
I'm not going to like it.
Yeah.
But hey,
I
whatever.
mean, yeah, but women, if you do not like it, you just say no. And if the man doesn't care for that, no. Oh,
Yeah, there's a lot of different people, especially couples, have different rules. There are couples out there who prefer cream pies, and that's their thing, and that's what they want to experience, and they normally will end up with people that they've worked on making sure that's the right person for them. There are women out there who love facials, and that's their thing, and that's what they want. I've actually seen people make posts about it, about how that's specifically something that they want.
like that.
But when it comes to it, like, we know one couple that they like to have sex without condoms with certain people. And not everybody, but with certain people. And it's a trust thing. But they have one rule, which is no coming inside.
Yes.
And that's their rule. And sometimes it's difficult. I can follow the rules,
Yeah.
obviously, I do.
In the heat of the moment.
But in the heat of the moment, I'm
I've
just like, "Oh, God, that would be
I
so cool right now."
I've told you, "Hey, pull out and come on my pussy," and every time I tell you're like,
Sorry,
too
but it
late."
felt too good. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. It was hard. It's difficult
It is.
because that's like that's the peak. I'm just like, "Oh my God, this is perfect." What's the mixing
You're
of the
so
two?
cute.
But I think that situation is more an intimacy thing for them. That's their thing.
Yeah.
They share that with each other,
Yeah.
and they don't wanna share that with others,
I
and I
mean,
understand that
I
completely.
do too because I don't want you coming inside every woman.
Yeah, no, I
You
wouldn't
know,
want.
I would be like, "No, not no." Like, it had to be a certain person specifically that we
Yeah, it would
trust
it's to reach
because
that point, we have to be very close to
yes.
the people. We have to be there has to be trust, there has to be comfort. There's just so many boxes to check
Yes.
to really be okay with that. And so, luckily, we have that there that the boxes are checked. So
Check, check.
that's right.
Yes.
So yeah, it is for them. It's an intimacy thing, and it's completely understandable. And
Mhm.
it's an intimacy thing.
It is.
It's something that we would share. Now, men, as I said, I'm certain I'm not the only one who has insecurities about not being able to shoot or not having a big load. If we watch porn a lot, obviously that's your definition of a man, is a guy who can stay hard the entire time and he shoots his cum everywhere.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
that's the way. So there's a lot of guys out there who feel like because they can't shoot their load that way, that maybe they're not as viral. That's virile, excuse me. It's a big difference between the two. That they're not as virile as the other men.
You think so?
I think so,
Yeah,
yeah.
because there's women that think that because they can't squirt, they're not as hot.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not always a squirter, so
It's
yeah.
an insecurity, man. We all have
Mhm.
those
Yeah.
insecurities, and this is one of them. And I don't feel less than, but I do feel like embarrassed about it sometimes. Every now
I
and
think you've
then.
mentioned that to me.
Every now and then, I'm like, if we're having sex, we're exhibitionists, so we like to have sex in front of others. And obviously, if we're having sex, people want to watch the finish. And I'm like,
You know how many times he's had sex with somebody before he ends it with me? I'll do it. I can make him, but
not only that, but I think that you would like it if I was able to shoot like that. Like it's hot.
when I can get you to do it, it's hot. I have been with you for 14 years, but I'm in the lifestyle for 14 years. It's not a big deal. If I want it, I can make it happen.
Yeah, this is true. Well, you're very
Yeah.
confident.
I am.
Good for you. Good for you.
I know how to work you.
Yeah, I'm sure. This is a time where I really wish we had a bisexual man here to speak to us on this situation, because that's something, unfortunately, I cannot talk about because I'm not bisexual. But I'm curious if there are differences when it comes to bisexual play from guy and girl to guy and guy. Is it different? Do guys prefer that as much as women prefer
I was just
that?
about to ask you, when you're messing with a guy's prostate, does that make them come harder?
I have no
I
idea.
wonder if that makes him come harder or does it make him come faster?
You hear that, guys? Somebody out there has that experience. Somebody has that answer, and you need to contact us because we have no
I'm
idea.
curious. Yeah. So if they're messing with your prostate, if there's pressure back there, does it make you come harder or does it make you come more or does it make you like
Or
either
is
of the
it
two?
just the
Or
regular,
just the regular
ordinary
average?
day?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a great question.
No.
So if you can answer that for us, do us a favor, shoot us an email.
Please.
Shoot us an email or a message, any way that you can stick around at the end of the show and you can find out how to get a hold of us. And also for our bisexual male friends out there who maybe can shed a little light on this, is there a difference between the guy on girl and the guy on guy? do you notice that guys want that more or less
Mhm.
than women? I'm curious.
Me
I
too.
have no idea because that's a different angle for sure. Now, like I was saying, in the swinging aspect of things, and those who are new to the lifestyle or new-ish, and you may not know this, obviously the swinging lifestyle does not produce porn type situations. As much as we would all love to be able to say, oh man, I had this steamy foursome and we did this and we did that, and it was like something out of a porn. For the most part, it doesn't happen like that.
No.
Because, like I said, in this community, we're really interested in keeping the community safe.
Yes.
And by keeping the community safe, we have to keep ourselves safe.
Yes.
And so we have to use protection. We
Yes.
have to test. We have to
Mhm.
do all of that stuff because fluid play is not as prominent when you're in the swinging lifestyle.
Yep.
Everybody talks about it. Everybody's, oh, that's hot, that's hot. But if you go to a club, if you go to a house party, if you go to an orgy, chances are you're not going to see what you would see on porn,
Mm-mm.
which is every guy's just coming out and bam, everybody's shooting this and shooting that. Unless it was specifically asked for, which it rarely is, that's not the swinging lifestyle experience.
No.
And so if you're new and you're expecting that, you will be sorely disappointed. I hate to tell you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not gonna happen.
Most couples in the lifestyle will set cum rules.
Yes.
Most couples in the lifestyle have the rules of condoms always.
And no internal finishing.
Yeah, don't come inside,
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
sort of thing. There's couples out there that don't want kissing because that's too intimate.
Yeah.
You know that this is something that of great magnitude. Now, if there's a couple out there that's against kissing but okay with coming inside, I got to talk to you, man. I got to ask some questions because that's some crazy stuff. I'm not shaming. I'm not yucking your yum. I'm just curious where the
Yucking your
where the
yum.
logic is there. Where the logic is. Yeah, so I think that a lot needs to be said about this. This is often treated as a taboo subject. I guarantee you there's people that are listening to this show that probably turned it off right away because we're talking about this and maybe they don't feel comfortable about it. Look, we talk about sex and every aspect that surrounds sex. If you have sex and you haven't had the discussion about where you're going to come or where the cum is going, then what are you doing?
Yeah.
It's a necessary discussion. And if you're good with talking about your fantasies, you should be good about talking
Yeah.
about that fantasy.
If you know where you're gonna start, you got to know where you're gonna end.
Yeah, exactly.
Period.
Exactly. It should be discussed.
Yes.
And I just don't feel like there should be any shame.
No.
I don't feel like there should be any embarrassment in talking about this. I think that in the swinging lifestyle, it's hard to talk about our love for cream pies and that sort of thing because the lifestyle is so protective and wanting to use protection and that sort of thing. I think if you come out to strangers and be like, "Oh yeah, I love cream pies," they're going to look at you and go, you want to maybe use a condom if you're with us?"
Oh yeah.
And it's, yeah, obviously. Just because I said I love it,
Doesn't
I'm
mean
going to want to do it with you.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So there's no need to express any shame. There's no need to express any judgment on
Yeah.
people who like that.
Just because I like them doesn't mean I do that. We do that with everybody.
Yeah,
It is
let's not jump to conclusions here.
very rare.
But it is important to be able to openly discuss what you like, what you
Mhm.
don't like, what your fantasies are, and remove any kind of taboos, remove any kind of judgments, remove any kind of shame and stigma that's attached to this. If you're going to talk about sex, you got to talk about all aspects of sex, and
Yes.
this is one of them. So with that, I really think that this is going to go ahead and wrap up today's episode of Beyond Monogamy. And I just want to take a moment and thank every single one of you for listening and supporting us on this crazy journey.
And as always, we do need your help to keep growing because we love that you love us. We just want to get bigger.
We do.
So don't forget to share, subscribe, and leave us a review wherever you listen. We're on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, Pandora, YouTube, and you get to see our beautiful faces.
Yeah.
So all the places you listen to us, please leave us a review. It's very easy.
Yeah, it literally takes minutes of your time. And so any way that you can help us reach our goals, gosh, we're not above asking. So with that, just remember that you can also catch us on Thursdays, every Thursday at 1 p.m. and at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, streaming on fullswapradio.com. They're a really cool adult streaming radio station that has just a bunch of sexual podcasts that are all different types of formats. They're all in the realm of sex. And if that's something that you're into, you may want to scope it out, but scope our show out too, 1 p.m. and 6 p.m. So if you're a part of that community, make sure you tune in there too.
And keep your eyes out on all our socials, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Reddit, and YouTube, because we've got some fun giveaways coming your way this September. You're going to want to not miss out on that.
Yeah, totally. We've got actually a few things that are in the works. A lot of exciting things. I know I keep telling you that every show. We're going to have a big reveal coming in September. We're very excited. So just keep your ear to the ground, not literally, but watch our socials. And with that, we're going to go ahead and see you next week.
Bye.